welcome back to Truth EV. Bank holiday weekend. Probably around 20 million car journeys are going to happen over yesterday, today and tomorrow. It's Sunday morning, bank holiday Sunday. Maybe you're out on the road, maybe you're thinking about going out on the road. A little bit off topic from the EV ICE debate. However, because we're all motorists, it doesn't matter whether or not you're driving an ICE vehicle today or an EV. We're all out there on the roads. We're dealing with the other lemmings. That's the lemmings that are trying to kill us all. The likelihood is that at some point we're going to call into a service station. Are they good value? Well, I'm sat at one at the minute. I'm charging, but this one is okay. On a motorway, good value or not good value? You're going to turn up, you're captured, you're a captive animal. They can do what they want and they can charge you what they want, and they will, and they do. As I said, it doesn't matter what type of vehicle you're driving, they're going to rob you anyway. Maybe 15, 20 pence a litre higher rate of fuel that you're going to pay, rather than somewhere like the one I'm sat at now. You want to buy food, very expensive. Let's think Mars bars, probably almost twice the price, unless of course you buy 3 or 4 in a go, and then it's not quite twice the price. It's probably 1.5 times the price, but they're encouraging you to spend. If you get a sandwich, my normal meal deal, what's the cost of a meal deal these days? Or if you're in Tesco's or Sainsbury's with a loyalty card, probably as little as £3.25. On a motorway services, £9, £10, £11, and even then they force you into taking the expensive stuff. That of course is even if you can figure out what the meal deal works out at in the first place. How many times you've actually got to the till and you hand over the meal deal and it ends up being £1, £2 extra, because that you've got there, that part, maybe the bag of crisps or whatever it might be, isn't part of the meal deal. Biggest May bank holiday for years this is, so yeah, everybody's going to pay. Well, this is what all EV drivers do while they're charging. Allegedly, you know, sometimes we sit and chill, sometimes we get a coffee, sometimes we do emailing, sometimes, you know, I put stuff to camera. So always something to do while I'm charging. Anyway, cheers. As a marketing specialist, actually, a contained environment, i.e. a service station and a food court captive audience, is about as perfect as you can possibly get it. It just doesn't come any better. Your audience has to buy from you, and They're actually being subjected to whatever you want to put in front of them. You know, another example, a coffee. What's the cost of a coffee normally? £3, £3.25. Motorway service station, £4.95. Not a clever thing for them to do, but they can get away with it. It's easy because you're captive. You're the audience that they're actually selling to, and you're always going to buy. Gets even worse if you've got a family, doesn't it? So just quickly revisiting the cost of fuel. To fill up on a service station on the motorway is probably up to 20 quid more, and it's always been like that. That's without the intervention of Donald J. Trump, who incidentally is the greatest EV salesman in history. He's done what we've been trying to do for years in a matter of months. So Donald, thank you. So if you want to be a captive audience, go fill up yourself, fill up your car at a motorway services and pay the price. If not, what you can do is you can just hang fire, stop somewhere else and save a lot of money. Some advice from Truth EV. So just to conclude then, motorway services, and indeed some dual carriageway services where you're actually forced to use them on long distance dual carriageways, can be a bit of a rip-off. Personal choice. We love choice on Truth EV. That's what the channel is all about. Choice. It's your choice. Choose wisely, save a bit of money, you know, maybe even think carefully about sandwiches and a pack up, or take the hit. Hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to get better at this as I learn just how to use some of the kit and exactly what subjects to look at. This was just a bit of a one-off. Oh, one thing, of course it's an EV biased channel. The one little benefit about rip-off service stations is that the cost of electricity and charging your car, whilst it's a lot higher than anywhere else, it's nowhere near the difference in price that you'd pay for normal fuel. But we're all motorists. See you soon.